Good question, and the short answer is no. Ukraine does not have long-range missiles, and it does not have the kind of capability to start acting offensively with respect to Russia. Nor do they particularly want to. Let me give you some historic perspective on this. So back in the 90s, when the Soviet Union fell apart and all of the former Soviet republics, 15 of them, became their own independent countries, there was a conversation between US, NATO, and Ukraine, at the time led by President Clinton, in which they convinced Ukraine to give up its own nuclear stockpile. Ukraine used to have its own nuclear weapons, but we gave them up because NATO said, if something happens and you are attacked, we will support you. Fast forward to 9 years ago, when Russia invaded Crimea and Ukrainian southeast. Ukraine turned to NATO and said, we are being attacked. Support us. We don't have our own nuclear weapons. And NATO said, what? What are you talking about? So everything that's going on now could have been actually prevented back then when Crimea was first annexed. Had NATO, UN, and US taken a more active role in what was going on. Personally, I thought for sure they were going to rise up and step in when the Malaysian Airlines airplane got shot down, killing everybody on board. Most of those people were not Ukrainians, they were foreign nationals, but still nothing happened. So, at this time, Ukraine does not have the military capability, which is why everybody was so surprised that Ukraine was able to do as well as it did before the foreign aid started coming in. That they were able to hold Russia off as long as they did and as well as they did before other countries started supplying them with weapons. Second point, Ukraine doesn't want to get into Russia. That is a myth propagated by Russian government and Russian media. Ukraine just wants to be left alone. Ukraine has its own problems. We have issues with nationalism, that is true. We have issues with racism, that is true. We have issues with homophobia, that is also true. But so do many other countries, including US. What Ukraine wants is the ability to decide its own course through history. And Russia is not letting them do that. So Ukraine doesn't want to get into Russia. They just want Russian troops to get the hell off of Ukrainian land. Thank you for watching.